We saw in the previous lecture how to use the social engineering toolkit to capture credential from any website. And we saw how easy it was, and it's not detectable by any antivirus or any protection. In this lecture, we're going to see how to use the same tool, but to compromise the full system. What we'll be doing during this lecture is that we will create a fake website, and we're going to embed a malicious code inside. And if anyone opens this specific website, the malware or the payload or the malicious code will be installed on his computer, giving us full access to the computer. Now, this used to be very complicated to do, but using the social engineering toolkit, it became very easy. So let's see how to do that, and let's see what is the capability of social engineering toolkit. So we're going to go here to Kali Linux, into exploitation tool, and we're going to choose social engineering toolkit, set, and let me just increase the screen. So we'll go to view, zoom in. Okay, now one more time, we're going to choose the social engineering attack, number 1, then the website attack vector, number 2. On the previous example, we took the credential harvest. Now we're going to take the Java applet attack. And Java applet attack will create a fake website with a payload inside. So once you click enter, he will ask you, okay, you're going to create a fake website. Would you like to clone a website, in a sense that would you like to choose which website to clone or to copy, or would you like to use the web template? So for simplicity, we're going to choose web template. And I'll choose, for instance, the second question is asking about, do you provide NAT? Now, this will be used in case you are doing this attack remotely. And by the end of the course, I will add 2 lectures showing you how to do the same attacks, but remotely, not on the same network. So if you do the attack remotely, I mean, you need to provide a link for user outside your network to access, and then you can compromise their system, you choose yes. But since we're going to do that right now in our LAN, we're going to type no and click enter. The second step, this will be a reverse connection, in a sense that once the victim will open this website, he will be connected to us, and it's not that we will be connected to him. And this is to bypass the firewall, because the firewall usually are denied or are blocking any traffic coming from outside into inside. So if we try to connect to the victim, most probably we will not be allowed. While if we do a reverse connection, I mean the victim is trying to connect it to us, most probably he will be allowed. So this is a good technique for bypassing the firewall. So what we need to do here is to put or to write down your local IP, which is your Kali Linux IP. So let me check my IP here. Let me open a terminal and type ifconfig, and as you can see, the IP is 192.168.163.143. Excellent. So going back here, and let me write the local IP 92.168.163.143. Then, now this is very important actually, that the attack depends on that when the user try to open the link that you will send, that he will receive by email or by any chatting application or anything, he will receive a message saying that the Java is not updated. Would you like to update Java? Now, this message, it can be signed in a sense that it can be trusted. And those are some free signatures that you can allow, or free certificates that you can allow on this message, so it can bypass the protection. But you can buy a paid one and the message will not even show. So whatever you're going to use here, it can be done in a better way, but then you're gonna have to spend some money. So let's do the free one right now and let's see the capability. So I'll use set applet built-in certificate, so I'm gonna choose number 2. Then, what would you like the page to have? Those are the template. Java required, Google, Facebook, Twitter. Let me take Java required. You can try different one of them. I'm just choosing. Then he start building this payload. Now, what would you like this malware or this virus to do? What would like the payload to be inside? Would you like this payload to create a remote account? Would you like this payload to give you a bind connection? The best one to choose is to have a Windows reverse TCP interpreter, which will allow the victim to connect back to your machine. So in this case, I'm going to ask him that choose the payloads that connect back to my computer. This is a very important step, and I think while you are trying this attack, you need to try some of those, because this will be a malicious code or a program inside the website that will run. So most probably if the victim has an antivirus, he will detect that some application is trying to run. The only way to bypass that is to encrypt this malicious code or this malicious executable. So those are some type of encryption. Some of them are working with, can bypass different kind of antivirus. So you have to test. This one can bypass Norton or McAfee or Kaspersky. This one can bypass which one. So you can try according to the information that you gathered about your victim and which antivirus he's using. If he's not using any antivirus, so actually, this will not be a problem at all. So I'm going to choose number 1. And then the listener port. Since the connection will be a reverse connection, in the sense that the victim will be connected back to me. So I need to have an IP and port. I already wrote the IP of my victim machine. Which port should you use? I'm going to keep the default, which is 443. And he's going to start building the fake website, and he's going to start embedding this malicious code inside. It may take a few seconds or minutes. Now the thing about this attack is that it may, or you may, try to use it more than one time. Sometimes it's not working from the first time, so you try another time. So it's an attack that you need to get familiar with and choose different kind of payload or different kind of encryption. So he's building the payload right now. It may take a few minutes, so let me pause until he finishes.